Imagine being days away from your dream wedding. The flowers are ordered, the invitations are sent, your dress is hanging in the closet, waiting for the biggest day of your life. And then, your world shatters. The man you thought you were going to marry isn't the man you believed he was. He's been lying. He's been cheating. And the worst part? The person he's been cheating with is the one you trusted most in this world, your best friend. This isn't a story from a movie. It isn't some made-up drama. This is my life. And today, I want to share it with you, because maybe you've been through betrayal too. Maybe you're going through it right now. And if my story can help even one person feel less alone, then it's worth telling. So, buckle up. This is the story of how the love of my life and my best friend destroyed my heart, and how I found the strength to move on. I met Alex 3 years ago, on one of those ordinary days that somehow turn into life-changing ones. I was at a coffee shop, laptop open, pretending to work on an assignment but really just people watching. He walked in with this effortless confidence, ordered a black coffee, and then caught my eye. He smiled, and I smiled back, thinking it was just one of those fleeting moments strangers share. But then, to my surprise, he walked over. "Mind if I sit?" he asked, motioning to the empty chair across from me. I laughed nervously and nodded. That was the start. We talked for hours. By the time I closed my laptop, I had his number saved in my phone under Alex Hot Beverage. From that day on, we were inseparable. Texts, late-night calls, long walks, road trips. It was the kind of relationship that made people say, "You guys are perfect together." And in many ways, we were. He was charming, attentive, always there when I needed him. He met my family, and they adored him. My friends, especially Emily, my best friend since high school, welcomed him with open arms. 2 years into our relationship, Alex proposed. It was at the beach, during sunset. Cliché, maybe. But when he knelt in the sand and opened that little velvet box, I felt like the luckiest woman alive. I said yes without hesitation, tears streaming down my face. Strangers clapped, the waves crashed behind us, and in that moment, I believed in forever. Emily was the first person I called. She screamed on the phone, told me she was coming over right away. She hugged me so tight that night, crying and telling me how happy she was for me. Looking back now, I wonder if those tears were really for me, or for herself. The first few months of wedding planning were a dream. Emily was by my side, helping me pick out dresses, tasting cakes, flipping through magazines. Alex was involved too, joking that he just wanted to show up and say, "I do." But then, little things started to shift. Alex began spending more time on his phone. I'd glance over and see his screen light up late at night, a smile tugging at his lips as he typed quickly. "Who's that?" I'd ask casually. "Just work stuff," he'd reply, locking his phone and kissing me on the forehead. I wanted to believe him. I chose to believe him. At the same time, Emily started pulling away. She canceled plans, claimed she was too busy, too tired, too stressed. But Alex always seemed to know what she was up to. He'd say things like, "Oh, I saw Emily at the gym today," or "Emily mentioned she's been swamped with work." It felt strange, but I brushed it off. They were friends too, after all. What harm could there be? Still, the distance grew. Emily seemed uncomfortable whenever we talked about the wedding. She gave vague answers, avoided eye contact, and sometimes even changed the subject. The truth came crashing down one ordinary Saturday afternoon. Alex had gone to take a shower, leaving his laptop open on the couch. I wasn't looking for anything. I was just trying to find a movie for us to watch later. But as soon as I touched the trackpad, his messaging app popped up. Dozens of unread messages. From Emily. My heart stopped. My hands trembled as I clicked. What I saw shattered me. Flirty jokes. Late-night confessions. Plans to meet up. And then the worst message of all. I can't stop thinking about last night. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. My chest tightened, my vision blurred. I scrolled further, my stomach twisting with every word. They weren't just talking. They were in love, or at least, they thought they were. And then, the final blow, messages about me. She's so clueless. She'll never find out. I slammed the laptop shut, tears streaming down my face. I couldn't breathe. The walls felt like they were closing in. When Alex came out of the shower, towel around his waist, humming like nothing was wrong, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, shaking. "What's wrong, babe?" he asked, his smile fading when he saw my tears. I looked him in the eye, my voice trembling. "I know about you and Emily." His face drained of color. For a moment, he looked like he might deny it. But then he sat down, buried his face in his hands, and whispered, "I didn't mean for it to happen. Didn't mean for it to happen. Months of lies. Months of sneaking around. With my best friend." I grabbed my phone and called Emily. When she answered, her voice was shaky. "Hey, what's up?" I didn't waste time. "I know everything." There was a pause. Then, softly, she said, "I love him too." That was it. No apology. No denial. Just a confession that stabbed me straight through the heart. That night, I packed a bag and left. I went to my sister's house, collapsing into her arms the second she opened the door. I cried harder than I ever had in my life. The betrayal was unbearable. It wasn't just Alex. It was Emily. The two people I trusted most had destroyed me. The days that followed were a blur. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw their messages, heard their voices, felt the weight of their betrayal. Alex texted me constantly. He left voicemails, begging me to forgive him. He said it was a mistake, that he still wanted to marry me, that he couldn't imagine his life without me. Emily reached out too. She sent long messages, saying she didn't want to lose me, that she was confused, that she never meant to hurt me. But how do you forgive something like that? How do you look at the two people who broke your heart and say, "It's okay"? I blocked them both. Healing wasn't easy. It wasn't quick. There were nights I lay awake, replaying everything in my head, wondering how I missed the signs. There were mornings I woke up and for a split second forgot, only to have the pain crash back over me like a tidal wave. I started therapy. I leaned on my family. I reconnected with friends I had drifted from. And slowly, piece by piece, I rebuilt myself. I learned that my worth wasn't tied to Alex's love. That my value wasn't defined by Emily's betrayal. That I deserved honesty, loyalty, and respect. And one day, months later, I woke up and realized I felt free. Sometimes, the worst heartbreaks are blessings in disguise. If I had married Alex, I would have spent my life with a liar. If I had kept Emily in my life, I would have continued trusting someone who didn't deserve it. Yes, it hurt. It broke me. But it also saved me. Now, I'm stronger. Wiser. And I know that real love isn't built on secrets and lies. This was my crazy love story. Maybe you've been through something similar. Maybe you're going through it now. If you are, please know, you're not alone. Broken heart. Have you ever been betrayed like this? Share your story in the comments, we might feature it in a future video. And don't forget to subscribe for more crazy love stories. Real love. Real drama. Real stories. If you enjoyed this crazy love story, make sure to hit that like button, thumbs up, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Crazy Love Stories for more jaw-dropping tales of love, betrayal, and everything in between. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let us know if you've ever been through something like this. Who knows? Your story could be featured in our next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, real love, real drama, real stories. See you next time. Broken Heart.